weather forecast. My name is Mr. G. I hope you guys are having a great afternoon on your Thursday. And we're going to be talking about that weather forecast for your Friday and the weekend. And we are looking at a lot of severe weather that's taking place across the Midwest right now and down into parts of the southern plains over Texas. We're seeing 2 consecutive days of some severe weather through the Midwest and even some severe weather up here across the Great Lakes and the upper Midwest, as well as some heavy snow falling across parts of northern Minnesota and the Dakotas this afternoon. We saw a lot of severe weather materialize yesterday down in Kansas, Texas, and Oklahoma, where we saw numerous tornadoes that did develop and some that were rather large. So we saw a lot of different types of tornadoes yesterday, some large hail, some damaging windstorms that occurred as well, and we saw some heavy rain that produced some areas of flooding as well. So that severe weather is going to continue this afternoon and evening and into your Friday as well, and even into Saturday for some parts of the country. In the east, we're going to be looking at the severe weather. Our city of the day is St. Louis, Missouri, and we are looking at those clouds out there building in the background, and you can see those thunderstorms starting to develop out that way, and we're going to be seeing that severe weather through the state of Missouri this afternoon and Arkansas as well. We're going to be looking at that potential for some damaging winds and large hail. An isolated tornado is possible as well down across a city that is the gateway to the west. We got the Gateway Arch sitting up right there, so we will be waiting for those thunderstorms to further develop out there. But right now, let's take a look at at my fancy radar map as we take a look at all of the severe weather that is taking place across America, as well as look at the snow across the northern plains and some wet weather on the west coast as well. All right, here we are as we take a look at our animated radar and look at the severe weather that's taking place across the Midwest right now. As we can look here, we see a lot of those lightning flashes. So we're seeing a lot of thunderstorms here across the Midwest, through Illinois, all the way down through Iowa and Missouri. We're seeing those thunderstorms extending down through Arkansas and East Texas as well. We're seeing those severe thunderstorms, and we have our snow up here across the upper Midwest and the northern plains, and some wintry weather up here across the Pacific Northwest and the northern Rockies as well. We're seeing some snow. So we are going to zoom in into some locations and take a closer look at the severe weather and the other weather problems that's taking place out there. So let's jump into that and take a look at the northern plains. All right, here we are as we take a look at the northern plains and the upper Midwest, and we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms right now, and we're looking at our snow bands up here across northern Minnesota as well as North Dakota as well. And we're seeing a lot of snow and some rain mixing in some areas as well. So we're seeing some snow up here, and there's even been some thunder snow associated with this wintry precipitation, especially over here closer to where it converts over to rain. So we're seeing those rain showers down across the Twin Cities and through western Wisconsin right now, and we're seeing some lightning strikes out there as we have showers and thunderstorms across the upper Midwest, and we're seeing some more organized thunderstorms down here across southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois right now. So just to the west of Milwaukee, we're looking at some strong showers and thunderstorms, and some more showers and storms over here through parts of Michigan. So the boot of Michigan, we're looking at more showers and thunderstorms as well. So let's go further down the Mississippi River and take a look at what's going on across the mid-Mississippi River Valley, where we have more showers and thunderstorms to talk about. All right, so now we're at the mid-Mississippi River Valley through parts of the Midwest here, where we have some showers taking place out here across the Central Plains right now. But however, where our cold front is over here through parts of Iowa and Missouri, we are looking at those severe thunderstorms. There is actually a tornado watch in effect right here across parts of Iowa right now. So we're looking at a tornado watch across the parts of the upper Midwest, and we're looking at a lot of showers and and thunderstorms down here through the Missouri Valley as well. So Missouri and Arkansas, we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms right now. So that severe weather is definitely underway through parts of the Midwest and the Mid-South as well, as we're dealing with those severe thunderstorms along the I-44, I-40 corridor, I-70, I-80 as well. We're seeing those showers and thunderstorms near the Quad Cities, Des Moines, St. Louis, Kansas City, Little Rock as well. So afternoon of high activity. We're rocking and rolling out there with some of those severe storms this afternoon. So if you are out here and you're under a tornado watch, we have several areas that are under tornado or severe thunderstorm watches right now. We have several severe thunderstorm warnings in effect as well. So please pay attention to these weather forecasts and these updates, and take cover if you are ever issued a tornado or a severe thunderstorm warning. Find a safe place to be so that you can be out of harm's way. So let's go further down the Mississippi River, down toward the Gulf Coast and South Texas, where we can look at the thunderstorms that's taking place over there. All right, here we are now in South Texas and the Southern Plains and the Ozarks, where we're looking at more severe thunderstorms that's developing right now. And we have another tornado watch in effect down here across South Texas. So we're also looking at that potential for severe thunderstorms. There's an area of low pressure down here, so we're going to see that twisting in the atmosphere. So we got a little bit higher risk for seeing our tornado or severe thunderstorms this afternoon. So rotating thunderstorms is definitely going to be a possibility. And just a little bit further to the north here through Arkansas, we got Little Rock right there, and we see some very strong thunderstorms just to the west here in western Arkansas. And we have that potential here for a heavy rainfall and flash flooding, as we're seeing a lot of moisture out there, and so some juicy thunderstorms is taking place. So a very wild and rough afternoon is in store for parts of the Ozarks and into the southern plains of Texas and into Louisiana as well, as that activity will start to slide a little bit to the east with our very unmotivated and slow-moving storm system. So let's take a look now at a different area entirely, the Pacific Northwest, where we have some more wintry precipitation and rain showers across the Northwest as well that we're going to take a look at. Okay, now we're in the Pacific Northwest on this cross-country tour that we're taking to take a look at all of this severe weather or wintry weather. So we got a lot of rain and snow here again in the Pacific Northwest. This has been about the second straight week of nonstop rainfall in this area. So Seattle here and Portland down further to the south. So the Puget Sound is right there. So we're seeing a lot of those showers, and in the higher elevations, the Cascade Mountain Range, we're seeing some snow in the 8,000 foot and above range of mountains there. So Mount Hood, Mount St. Helens is seeing some snow this afternoon. So, but for the most part, we're seeing a lot of chilly rainfall out here across the Pacific Northwest, and that is going to continue. We have another cold front just off the coast here of Washington, and that is going to be continuing to pump some of that moisture into the Northwest as they continue to have another day of wet weather with that rain and snow falling across the higher elevations. So that is a look at the radar and what's going on across the country as far as our inclement weather is concerned. So now let's go to our main maps as we run through this weather forecast. So again, I have to kind of iterate that this could be a longer video just because all of the things that are going on out there, a lot of news going on in the weather right now. So let's hop to it and take that tour of those maps so we could let you know what's going on across the country. Okay, so here we are with the rest of our weather forecast as we take a region by region tour of the U.S. and talk about what we're going to be seeing out there for the remainder of the week and this weekend. And there's a lot of changes going on in the weather right now. Here's our current situation where we are, what we're going to be seeing for your Friday out there. Here's where our low pressure center, our main low across the northern plains, will set itself up near the U.S. and Canadian border over Minnesota and Wisconsin. So we're going to be seeing that snow across the northern northern plains, and some heavy snow is going to be possible across northwestern Minnesota and North and South Dakota as well. But we're going to be seeing rain showers, including thunderstorms across southern Canada. So Ontario, Canada's look where our warm front is lifted. So that's going to be allowing for some thunderstorms to develop south of the warm front and along the Appalachian Mountain Range. So we're going to be looking at the Ohio Valley and parts of the Tennessee Valley, where we're going to be seeing those thunderstorms developing tomorrow. And our severe weather threat will confine itself mostly to the Gulf Coast of Louisiana and South Texas. So Houston, New Orleans, Lake Charles, and Beaumont will be dealing with the potential for severe thunderstorms tomorrow, where our primary threat will be some tornadoes possible, large hail, damaging winds, heavy rain, and torrential downpours that could lead to some flash flooding. A nice day will be had across the eastern seaboard from the northeast, the mid-Atlantic, the southeast, and down to Florida. We're going to see a nice warm day across the eastern end of the United States. Those temperatures are going to be in the 80s. Some of you folks might even see a 90 or two. So a very warm day as that warm air advection increases out ahead of our advancing storm system. But in the Pacific Northwest, we got another front over that way that's going to be bringing some showers to the northwest. So Oregon and Washington, so Seattle and Portland, is going to be wet once again. And we're going to be seeing that snow across the northern Rockies and into parts of the Cascades. But then across the southwest, going to be a nice dry day for you. It's going to struggle to warm up. A lot of cold influences coming from the north down across the southwest. So it's going to struggle to warm this weekend, but at least you'll be dry and not have to worry about any precipitation. And we're going to be dry across the central plains as well, but you're going to be a little bit on the chilly side as we have that cold air filtering on the backside of this storm system. So we're going to be seeing cooler temperatures start to prevail across the nation's midsection. And here we are as we take a look at our storm as it moves through the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes, and we're going to be seeing a cooler weather headed into the eastern United States on the backside of the storm system. So you see where that cold air is going to be setting itself up there across parts of the Pacific Northwest there. Not the Pacific Northwest, the northern plains and the upper Midwest. So we're going to be seeing that cold air. So that's going to be bringing making it feel like we're back in the month of February instead of heading midway or near the end of April. So again, it's going to be a little bit of whiplash for some of you folks across the upper Midwest and the northern plains as you deal with some of that cold air on the backside of this brutal storm system. Here's a look at some of those temperatures. I'm going to step off the camera so you can see that a little bit better. So we're going to be looking at our departures from average, so we can see how it's going to be cold across Bismarck, North Dakota, how we're going to see those temperatures 37 and 43 on Saturday and Sunday, and we're going to be seeing it go from 65 on Saturday to 46 on Sunday. So almost a 20-degree temperature drop there across the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. And we're going to be seeing how those temperatures will drop across the Buffalo area between Saturday and Sunday, an almost 10-degree drop. And we're going to see those temperatures drop a bit across the mid-Atlantic and the southeast as well. 88 in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, 75 on Sunday. So a little bit cooler, but that's still going to be really nice. So you can't really complain about that. And then 81 and 71 in Atlanta, respectively. Oklahoma City is going to have a little bit of bite in the air on Sunday as those temperatures drop from 70 on Saturday to 58 on Sunday. And then Kansas City, already a kind of a cool day for Kansas City on Saturday with that temperature of 60 because they are already under the influence of those cooler temperatures coming down from the north. But you're going to see a reinforcing shot of that cold air for Sunday as those temperatures struggle to get above 50. So that we're going to look at for this weekend across the eastern half of the United States. And on Monday, those cooler temperatures are going to continue. I'm going to step back into the camera here as we take a look at what's going on across the eastern United States now. We're going to be looking at those temperatures a bit cold. Look at Buffalo with that temperatures in the mid 40s for Monday, and we're going to be seeing those temperatures in the low 60s for DC on Monday as well. Low 70s down there in Atlanta, so south of the jet stream, a little bit warmer with the exception of Oklahoma City, where we're going to be in the mid 50s for your temperature there. Let me step off so you can see Oklahoma City. So it's going to be a little bit cooler on the eastern United States, but still comfortable. I wouldn't complain about those temperatures. Only up here across the north is where it really kind of sucks, but we're used to that kind of brutality, so we're going to rock on with it. And here we are as we take a look at what we're going to be dealing with as far as possible record highs tomorrow. So we have some folks that we can look at, some record high temperatures. Look at that 83 degrees in Scranton, Pennsylvania, 86 in Baltimore. So temperatures, again, in the mid upper 80s to lower 90s even. I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of folks reach 90, especially down across the southeast near Atlanta, maybe New Orleans or so. So it's going to be warm across the south and the southeast and the mid-Atlantic states for your day on Friday. So enjoy Friday and maybe Saturday as well, as it continues to be a bit on the warm side. So today we are going to be looking at our national forecast, and we're going to take this tour right now as we move from the east and go over to the west. There is our low pressure centers. We got our thunderstorm producers there, and we're going to be looking at those temperatures and those partly cloudy skies in the northeast. Those temperatures in the 60s. The mid-Atlantic is going to be in the mid to upper 70s. So you see that 79 there in Baltimore. Cleveland is going to have a temperature of 82 degrees, but Nashville a bit on the warm side. We're going to be up there at 86. And we're going to see an 86 in Charlotte as well. And Augusta, Georgia is going to have a high of 87. And that 85 for you folks over there in Orlando, and 80 along the beach there in Myrtle Beach. So a nice, beautiful day today across the East Coast and the Southeast. And as we take a look at the Midwest, we're going to have those severe thunderstorms with high winds, hail, and possible tornadoes out ahead of our advancing cold front here. So we have two areas where we're going to be dealing with some thunderstorms. I think our big severe storms would occur off of this area of low pressure right here down to the south in Texas, and looking at Arkansas and into Missouri as well. That's where we're going to really be seeing that severe weather this afternoon. But beautiful weather along the East Coast, beautiful weather in the Northeast, and we have that cold and snowy weather up here across the Northern Plains once again. They just keep coming. It just won't stop snowing. This has become the 5th snowiest winter on record up here in Minnesota. It's really stupid, and we're getting tired of it. So it's time to move on with winter. Can we get on with the rest of spring? So we have that system moving across the plains now, and that is going to be, we have another system off the Pacific Northwest that is going to be bringing some more wet weather over that way. So we have rain showers up here in Oregon and Washington. So Portland and Seattle is going to be in the upper 40s with rain showers. Snow will occur up in the higher elevations of the Cascade Mountain Range, and we're going to be seeing pesky snow showers through the northern Rockies, Montana, Idaho, Utah, Colorado. Again, more snow showers over that way, and including Wyoming. So we're going to be seeing those temperatures in the 30s across the mountains. But look at those temperatures down across the southwest. LA, 79 degrees is trying to start to warm up out there. 64 in San Francisco, 75 in Vegas. Flagstaff is going to be 58 degrees because it's up there in the mountains a little bit, about 4,000 feet. So it's a little bit on the cold side in Flagstaff, Arizona. But look at those warming temperatures. Hopefully Phoenix is going to be in the 80s as well, even though you can't really see it on the map. But 80, it's on there, but 80s in Phoenix, and Albuquerque is going to be in the 60s as well. So 64 degrees. Again, that's kind of the sister city to Tucson is Albuquerque. So here we are as we take a look at the western United States for Friday. And on Friday, we're going to be looking at that Wet weather again up there in Seattle and Portland. It's going to rain again. Going to keep raining over there, but those temperatures will warm a little bit down in Oregon, where you're going to be seeing 65 in Medford, but in the lower 50s up there in Seattle, and we're going to be seeing that snow across the Rockies and the high plains of Wyoming and Colorado and Denver. We're going to be seeing temperatures in the lower 50s under cloudy skies. Maybe a snowflake or two is possible as well. Then down to the south, look at that 91 down here in Phoenix as it tries to warm up across the southwest. And we're going to be seeing an 85 in Los Angeles. So we finally get high pressure to build in across the west. And we're going to see that high pressure expand as we see a flip-flop in the weather pattern as that heat is going to build in across the west into early next week. So we're going to be seeing those 90s expand all over the southwest and into the Rockies as well. And all the way up to Montana, we might see those 70s come back into the picture next week, because we did flirt with those temperatures a little over a week ago before the cold and snow flew back in. So that's a little bit of good news for the West Coast. They can dry out from all the soaking, beneficial rainfall that they've had and that tremendous snowpack. Some areas has had 900 inches of snow across the Sierra Nevada mountain range. Pretty historic stuff right there. And here we are. We have a few severe thunderstorms that we're going to be seeing on Friday that may develop near the Gulf Coast with snow in the upper Midwest. That stupid snow is going to continue up here in Minnesota and North Dakota. Really tired of it. It's time for it to go. And we have those severe thunderstorms down along the Gulf Coast. So Louisiana, Texas, large hail, damaging winds, heavy rain, torrential downpours, tropical downpours, some large hail as well. And watch out for those tornadoes, especially waterspouts down along the Gulf Coast. So New Orleans over to Houston have that potential to deal with those waterspouts. Beaumont, which is right by some water, Galveston as well. You have be dealing with that potential for waterspouts in your area tomorrow. And then as we look at temperatures on Friday, we're going to be looking at those temperatures in the eastern United States with showers and thunderstorms, maybe for Nashville and Detroit. Going to be dealing with some showers as well. And we're going to be seeing partly cloudy skies, warm temperatures all the way up to Burlington, Vermont, 74. Portland, Maine is going to be cold because it's on the ocean. So we're going to see that temperature of about 50, 72 in New York, 70 in Boston. We're going to be seeing it pretty warm out across the east. Look at those 80s. Raleigh, Durham, 87. Charleston, 82. 88 in Tampa. So 82 in Atlanta as well. So very hot and sunny across the east and southeast on Friday. And same thing goes for your Sunday. All right, here's our radar watches that we're seeing right now. We're looking at a whole bunch of severe thunderstorm watches in place right now across Texas. We're seeing them across eastern Oklahoma, central Arkansas, Missouri, and even into Illinois. So we have a very busy afternoon out there where we're seeing a lot of severe thunderstorms. Yet again, flash flooding, heavy rain. Just another. Yesterday was a horrible day across Texas and Oklahoma. Bad day. Bad day. And we're hoping that it's going to be a little bit more sane today, but it's not looking like it right now. I'm afraid to say more severe thunderstorms. So we're watching for those tornadoes. I don't see any tornado warnings on the map yet, but they'll be coming as we get later into the day. We will see those tornado warnings pop up. So unfortunately, we have to get prepared for that. And then here is our tornado threat through Friday down here across the south, down across Texas and Arkansas. We have that potential there for tornadoes this afternoon. Tornadoes are possible, not likely, but possible. So I would expect to see a few today. And then we're going to see that tornado potential all the way up into Wisconsin. So Wisconsin, Illinois, and Missouri, we could see tornadoes this afternoon as well. Peoria, St. Louis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Yeah, my mother-in-law lives in northwestern Illinois, and unfortunately, she is in that outlook area as well for that potential for tornadoes across northwestern Illinois and Bureau County, Whiteside County. So if you're out that way, Princeton, Illinois, Sterling, Rock Falls, Peru, you're going to be dealing with those potential for severe thunderstorms with large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes. Uh, Large hail is also a threat again today, especially over here across Texas. We can really see those gorilla hailstones like we saw last night. Some of those big dry line thunderstorms produce really big hailstones. We can see that again today across Texas. We can look at 2-3 inch diameter hail all the way up to golf ball size, tennis ball size. And we had a thunderstorm in Illinois produce baseball size hail yesterday. So again, that potential for very large hail down across the southern plains today. Our severe weather threat on Saturday scoots on over to the eastern seaboard. So North Carolina, Virginia, so Richmond, Charlotte, Raleigh, Charleston, um, if you're South Carolina, Georgia, Atlanta, the front will clear your area, so you're going to be safe for Saturday. But if you're Augusta, Georgia, down across Savannah, so you're going to be dealing with the potential for severe thunderstorms over that way. Now, unfortunately, the tornado threat is low with these, so we're mostly looking at large hail and damaging winds as the primary threat with these thunderstorms along the eastern seaboard. So again, not as severe as we're seeing across other parts of the Midwest today. But yeah, it was a horrible day yesterday, and hopefully we don't repeat that again tonight. My name is Mr. G. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, and please subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys all tomorrow, possibly, depending on my homework assignment that I have to get done. And if I have time to track the storms and produce a video, well, I will do that. It will probably be later in the day. So thank you for watching. Again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe.